Alright guys, as announced I will do a Laneswap thing for today, so that you get better in it because there were some mistakes on it. Okay, so let's say you start at red side, so what you're trying to do in the first place is first like find out at which side the enemy jungler starts, so whether he starts top or bottom side. To do this, jungler and mid laner or jungler and top laner or even everyone together just goes in here and drops a ward at that area somewhere just to where you know you spotted him. You can even go that way around. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that you have a ward there, 130, let's say, okay? Around that time, between 120 and 130 is fine. So, in case the enemy jungler starts at his red buff, that's the scenario that normally goes better for you. At 155 everyone goes to his lane and jungler and top laner together take the red buff. You're a lot quicker than your enemy jungler, obviously, because you're two people. So you take the red buff and after that you rush. You rush to his blue buff, that way around, and on the way, which is, I don't know, around 240, you'll drop a ward there. And move to his blue buff, like that. Okay. This ward will then be run out. During that time, the top lane has to shove the wave really hard. Best thing is if you get it right in front of the tower, but the tower doesn't hit it yet, so you build up a little wave. And after jungler and top lane have taken the blue buff, you go top lane and then collapse on him while pushing towards the tower. So you push the minions towards the tower, go all in and have a 4v1 situation. Like, even if the enemies during that time move their jungler bot lane, or like he does go over there, doesn't take your blue buff or does take it, and then they go onto your tower. Let's say you trade the towers, you're still in a better position because you took first blood then. If they don't do that, so they're a little slower, maybe don't shove up the wave, you can even protect the tower. But what happens after you took the tower? That's like, there are a couple of options for this. What you try before you take down the tower is you let the tower kill the wave, so the wave resets and pushes again backwards to you, so that either AD carry and support or top laner, depending on whether you unswap the lanes, can grab some CS. Let's say for the case that you do not unswap the lanes, AD carry and support just move back a little bit. They can even recall depending to how much HP they lost or how much money they have, because there's absolutely no pressure on top lane at that point. Like, top lane is really without any pressure because you took the tower, so you have the side open, so you're in a really good position for top lane. The jungler and the top lane are always recall in that case. And yeah, there are two options. Normally the top lane teleports to the bottom tower to protect it, or everybody recalls and the top laner teleports top or just runs top, so that you have a better Drake fight. Normally he runs top then, because then you save the TP and you have a better Drake fight. But for the scenario he doesn't, you have two options too. If they decide to push the tower, and you know, because the mid laner normally at the same time around 240 has to drop a ward over here to spot the enemy jungler. So if he goes to your blue buff and he's not showing up at your tower, you know he's going to take your blue buff. The other option you have is to send everybody back, and this is around, I don't know, minute 4 maybe, and just move everyone bot lane. So you go just in that direction, you know, and then try to have a 4v3 situation, manage to defend your tower and get the lane pushing. Then top laner doesn't have to use his TP, um, and he can run top lane, and he can TP bot top lane from here with a potential Drake before it for you, or he just runs top lane, everybody else goes bot, and then after that you're able to set up the Drake fight. Alright? So then you would be like this. Jungler can go there too. Try to get this tower to stay alive, and then you unswap the lanes. Alright, if you don't unswap the lanes, as I said, there's the TP incoming from the top laner, and jungler goes back to his jungle, maybe grabs the blue if it's still here, or just like has some protection. Alright,